Hey, welcome back to Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. I'm Chris Spiker.
I'm Aaron Goldstein. We are here with our third guest, Robin, from the Lancaster 2020 Census.
Hey, Robin Rosenthal?
Rosenthal.
Very good. Lancaster Census 2020.
Okay.
Is that what it's called?
No.
Okay, count me in.
I'm not actually with the census. I am with the museums, Lancaster Museum of Art and History's Count Me In project. I am not working for the census, so to speak. We are doing a census project.
Census project.
Yes.
And so explain to me, what is Count Me In?
Count Me In is a project developed by the Lancaster Museum of Art to use arts-based engagement to build awareness about Census 2020 and then also to activate people to participate in 2020 once the activation phase kicks in and the census is online and the people are coming to the doors.
You know, MOA is doing a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes, it is.
In all directions. It's not just like an art exhibit.
Oh, no. No, they're very engaged in the community, and this is another way of engagement.
Okay. So how did Count Me In come about?
Robert Benitez, who is the program's coordinator at the museum, he went to the very first Los Angeles Regional Census Table meeting, and he learned that the area immediately surrounding the museum is full of hard-to-count blocks. LA County is the hardest to count county in the entire country, and then within LA County,
What?
yes.
What about the place out there on the hill in Kentucky? Really? They know how many?
Hardest to count county, for real, yeah. And so
I would take that as a challenge.
well, we have.
We have. Gotcha.
So, yeah, so our particular blocks that surround the museum are very difficult to count. So he learned when he was at this regional census table meeting, and these are meetings that take place in like 6 different locations around the county, basically every other month, I think. He learned about the barriers to trust and why people don't participate in census, and he had an epiphany that a museum would make the perfect ambassador. So he applied for a grant from the California Arts Council, and the museum got that grant as initial funding, and then we were off and running.
You know, a lot of times people call meetings, and the person that puts the meeting together has trouble getting attendance. But here's somebody that goes to a meeting and learns something that can help.
Yeah, these
their
actually
community.
these regional census table meetings are full of community-based organizations that are figuring out ways to work on census in one way or another. So all the information, people come from the county, the state, the federal government, and dispense information, and it's set up where everybody's hooked in on video at the 6 different locations around the county, and we all learn together. So I wasn't at that first meeting, but I've been at all the meetings ever
They've
since.
brought you up to speed.
Yeah.
It's the process of the process.
Yeah.
We can make a movie about
Yeah,
this.
it's, I love process.
So who
Yeah.
is the team?
The team is myself. I am the lead artist in residence. We have 2 other artists in residence, and they are James Sabo and Edwin Vasquez. And then we have 2 partner organizations, Housing Corporation of America. Nuri Amanatullah, who leads all the art classes there, is helping us out there. And then a new organization in Lancaster called Art in Residence, which is led by Nathaniel Anchetta and Dave Martin. They are our other partner organization. And then Robert Benitez, who is MOA staff, is our program manager.
I'm starting, you know, being an old timer, I try to stay active because I'm always meeting new people, but I heard a couple names I recognize in that group.
Yeah, I figure you know Edwin.
Edwin, yeah, he's
Yeah.
the one that got us together.
Right.
So I hope you're able to see him soon and say, okay, that was fun, thank you.
Oh, yes, I've already thanked him for this. Yeah, we just had a big staff meeting 2 nights ago, or a few days ago, yeah.
And Nathaniel Anchetta, he made those, the life-size antelope.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we've talked to him about that.
Oh, yeah, so they're actually about to unveil the next project that is going to be happening out there at that piece of land that they own that is out near the poppy fields.
An artist owns a piece of land
Yeah.
out in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere, and yeah,
And
they're
does
going to be doing
exhibits.
wonderful things out there.
That is very
Yeah.
wonderful. And something like that, when people see that that's a neighborhood, maybe they'll slow down on the dumping out there.
Well, they certainly had to clear a lot of dumping.
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard about that, yeah.
Well, try to get the word out. What's the specific neighborhood that you're working in?
We are working from Sierra Highway on the east to 10th Street West on the west, and Avenue I on the north,
Uh-huh.
and J on the south. So kind of beating the pavement on everything in between.
Wow, I'm thinking about those neighborhoods, and okay, there's apartments down. There's a lot of properties that have 2 units or 3,
Mhm.
because people just need a place to sleep, I think, and so it can be small, but you have to count everybody.
Well, we're not actually yeah, of course everybody needs to be counted, and we're not doing the actual counting, but
I
those
keep
are
trying
the
to put
people.
that on you.
Those are the people that we are doing engagement projects with. So we're going into the businesses on the boulevard and surrounding the boulevard. We're working with organizations that are in that area and businesses. But
So you're educating people to realize it's okay to be counted.
yes, yeah, we're building awareness through these engagement projects that we're doing.
Okay, I'm getting it.
Would you like to hear about
Positively.
what those engagement
Yeah,
projects
yep.
are? Okay. So mostly everything that we're doing is documentary based, with the idea that centering diverse people from all walks of life in that neighborhood, from the business people to the people who live there, the seniors in the senior housing, the people who are working in the restaurants, that if everybody is centered together in common space and communal space, it begins to build the idea of neighborhood. And from that is strengthening a connection to community that generally leads to increased civic participation when you feel like a part of something. So Jane Sabo, one of the artists in residence,
Yeah.
is a beautiful fine art photographer. She's taking lovely portraits of people, which may wind up in a show in the museum, some of which will be blown up very large on walls along the boulevard and in the surrounding streets, so that people can see themselves large outside together, maybe with the fireman down the street, or
Everybody's a rock star.
everybody's together,
Yeah.
right? So we are having people make artist books. We're using Polaroids, old-fashioned Polaroid cameras when we do our events, to kind of break the ice and pull people together. And those will be displayed also in the museum at the end, and maybe like a big grid. We're doing blog interviews, video stories, potentially a songwriting workshop. But again, the idea is simply to put everybody together, have them be seen, and work with the power of being seen as a way of increasing awareness of the importance of being counted.
Wow, this is cool.
It is cool. We're having a lot of fun.
What's the next engagement event?
I'm glad you asked that. That is a tote bag screen printing workshop next Thursday, a week from today.
So that's the 24th?
24th,
Uh-huh.
from 4 to 8, during the farmer's market.
Gotcha.
We have pre-printed a floral design by a really well-known silkscreen artist named Clovis Blackwell onto a tote bag. And then or participants rather, anybody off the street can come in and participate in a workshop where they will screen print the CountMeIn logo onto this tote bag. We'll dry it for them, and they can walk away with it.
Wow.
So,
And
yeah,
it
that
costs
really
nothing.
costs nothing.
Just
It's
a little
in the
time.
classroom on the ground floor of the museum.
Mhm.
They can just walk right in. We'll be out on the street flagging them in,
Oh.
but they can walk in and walk away with a tote that they can take down the street to the farmer's market.
Anything on the schedule after that?
We are hoping to do a chalk drawing project with Sacred Heart Church
Uh-huh.
on the day of the fiesta for Our Lady of Guadalupe. What else are we doing? We are going to redo or do further artist bookmaking workshops where we use the concepts and the letters, Count Me In,
Mhm.
to build pages and have everybody sort of make a book together. Ultimately, we will have all of the work product in the museum for a show that opens in May 2020.
Robin, I can see we're going to have you back.
we will happily update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it true that the census is gonna be primarily online?
Yes, this is the first year that the census will be online.
Mhm.
That's gonna make it more difficult for a lot of people, which is also one of the reasons why we engaged in this project. So there are census action kiosks, which various organizations applied to host, and the museum has
I was gonna
applied
say,
to
sounds
have
like
one of
Mo is
them.
gonna
I'm not
have
sure
one.
if they have notification yet, but they hope to. I believe City Hall will have one. I
Mhm.
believe the Children's Center
Mhm.
will have one, and people who have trouble getting online or need a little help
Yeah.
can get help in these places.
Right.
Nobody will fill it out for them. Obviously, everything is very private and confidential, but we can help them get to it and get them started.
How can the Chamber of Commerce help?
We are looking very hard right now for wall space for these large blow-ups of these beautiful photographs that Jane is taking. So if anybody has or knows of a good or owns a good wall,
Mhm.
either on the boulevard or in that area surrounding the boulevard,
Gotcha.
where large prints of the photos on vinyl can be mounted, give us a call or email Robert Benitez, and I believe that, do you want me to read out the
Contact
thing?
information.
Yeah, so R. Benitez, BENITEZ, at cityoflancasterca.org is his email address. Also, if anybody knows of any additional funders so that we can expand this project, because it's going great guns, and we'd like to keep doing the things that we're doing
Very good.
right into the census time.
We've been talking with Robin Rosenthal, Count Me In, the next census. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.